To go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tennessee Titans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Will Harris there to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. One. At 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Watch the play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Shoot! 40 got.
Now Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing is Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
No. Watch the ship. General West. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, Delta. Let's go, Mike 50. Hey, 70.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Double dog. That's the way.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 10. Easy. Mike, all you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second down and goal. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tajay Sharp with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's not going to get me.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Kill. One. Orbit. Check nickel. One.
First down, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Mariota gives to Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
3. At 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
That's what I do.
A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3.
Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 3 down. One.
Now Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Lions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
High 7. Hey. Mike 50. Here we go. Mike 50.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get it. 20. Stay 50. Go.
A shotgun snap for Stanford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception here, Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 31. Check 31. Check 49.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Succop's kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a gain of 35.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
On first down, Johnson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
I got you. I got you.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, middle. Bud. 55. Hey, they're scared.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check tight. One.
To throw Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Hey, 25.
Here's Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Agnew now to return. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And the Lions first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
To throw is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A first down throw for Mariota. Complete. It's Henry. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To the air again, Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mariota to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A second down throw here for Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Lady. All day, dog. Check 3. 11.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Check. You draw focus. Hey, give me radar.
Back to throw. Stafford. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check it out, Reed.
Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. On 2nd and goal, Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Let's go, let's go. 40's Mike, 40's Mike. That's the pass. One. Let go. Squeeze. I got you.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 20, Lions 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. See, we got motion. Back up. Check. Bravo. Check. 55 to mine. Crunch time, defense. Like 7. 55. Let's make these babies.
He's back to throw.
Let's make these babies throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
59!
Now it's Stafford. He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
32.
First down.
Hey, echo. 52.
Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy alert. All day. Mike 52.
Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, Charlie. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey. 52. Check back. New Mike 52. Right 52. Hey, let's skip this. Where's 52?
Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Easy. Switch. Hey, 22. 52's the Mike, boys. 52.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Marr able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Mariota escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.